Hello everybody and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and welcome back to another Taskmaster challenge. This is Season 3, Week 5. And this week's challenge, I think, I'm not 100% set yet, but I think this might be my last Taskmaster challenge video. The game itself hasn't progressed a whole lot recently. And so I feel like the challenges are just getting repetitive. So it depends on what the guys say in chat, but I think this might be my last episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Should I keep going? Let me know. But yeah, so this week we get to build a battleship. And you guys know I'm all about this. Now we also have to maintain our country that we've had for the entire season. And we are against the Empire of Japan this time. 1926 tech for both nations. We get one battleship versus one battleship, one light cruiser, and 2 destroyers. Starting engagement is 30,000 meters. So, there are some requirements. You must have at least medium range. You must have advanced radio or RDF. Your maximum displacement is 38,000 tons. That seems a little low, don't you think? And maximum gun caliber is 16 inches. That kind of throws my entire freaking design out the window. I was going to do a Iowa. I was just going to make the Iowa. It would have been fun. It'd have been a nice little throw off at the end of the thing. But because they max our displacement at 38,000 tons, that's going to be kind of obnoxious, to be honest. It still's nothing. We'll have no trouble beating this challenge, I'm sure. I'm sure the Empire of Japan's not going to send a Yamato at me, but they might. They might. You never know. So if we build, onto the points, if we build a ship capable of at least 27 knots, we get a point. If we win the battle, we get a point. If we win the battle without taking any critical damage, we get a point. The admiral who wins the battle with the cheapest ship gets a point, and the admiral who wins the battle with the most structure remaining gets a point. If there is a tie, all tied admirals receive a point each. So, with that being said, let's jump in here and see what we can't do. Now, obviously, I wanted to build the Iowa, but we don't even get the Iowa hull. It's too early. It's 1926. I forgot about that. So, what is our maximum displacement? 62,000 tons. We can't even use this hull because the minimum is 46,000. So that means that we have to go down to the Dreadnought 3 hull in 1926. And we're allowed 38,000 tons. So we've got to reduce the displacement here to 38,000 tons, or as close to it as we can get it without going over. Whoops, too far. Come on. I saw 94. This is so tedious. This is one of the worst parts about these, displacement challenges, is getting the freaking thing to actually get close to what you want. You should be able to just type up here, I want a ship that's 38,000 tons. Rather than a slider that just does not want to, stop where you want it to. There we go. 37,994. That's as close as I can get it to it. All right. What did we say it had to have? At least 26 knots? At least 27 knots. So, 27 knots top speed. There you go. What did we say it had to have? At least medium range? Yes. All right. So this is our ship. It's going to be a fun one. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and make all the bulkheads, right? Let's go ahead and go with oil 2. Force boilers probably going to need to be a thing because we're going to be kind of speedy for this year. Geared turbines for reduced weight. Corrupt 4. The good news about this is there's lots of spots for casemates, and you guys know I love casemates. So that'll be fun to throw some 8-inch casemates into. Even though I probably shouldn't throw 8-inch casemates into it. Alright, so we're Corrupt 4 armor. Anti-torpedo, probably not going to be that big a deal. We will go with a triple hull bottom. Let's go reinforced bulkheads, anti-flooding, and we'll go with the turtleback armor scheme, just because we intend to get close. Holy mother of God. What can we do here? Let's grab the newest main tower that we can throw. And then secondary tower. Come on. This really doesn't want to fit on this hull. But it gives us an option to have an interesting setup here. It really does. We'll see what we can do with that. Let's pull this. God darn it. That's not funny at all. Alright, there we go. This doesn't leave any room for funnels, I just noticed. And I'm sure that the funnel... Yeah, so the small would give us 43.7% engine efficiency. So a standard funnel gives us 50. Wide funnel, 58. What about the tall funnel? What would that give us? Gives us 100%, so that's too much. What about the advanced funnel? 100%. Large funnel, 75. That's probably plenty. Alright, so we're going to have to move this forward so that we can put a funnel in here. There we go. Now we can tuck this back up against the funnel. There we go. And then if we go main guns. Now, it says that we're allowed to have... Well, let's go ahead and just do our secondaries real quick. Casemates, 8-inch secondaries. Let's just slap those in there. Okay. So, we've got our 8-inch secondaries. And just for the fun of it, let's go ahead and throw another 8-inch triple turret right here. It looked like it would fit. Surely. It's because of underneath it's the casemate, right? Got it. Makes sense. Makes sense. Never mind. Okay, so main guns. We're allowed to have up to 16-inch guns. But we are going to be up against a weight hurdle here, as you guys probably already have noticed. Let's go with tube powder because that's what I always go with. We'll just go advanced hydraulic and leave the reloading normal. We're going to go with the best. And let's go with hydro 2. And then we always run RDF. Okay, so with all of that, that only leaves us 2,000 tons, and we haven't even put a freaking main gun on this thing yet. So we're definitely struggling in the weight department. I want 16-inch guns on this thing. So let's see just how bad it is to try to stick one of these here. We can't even put a 16-inch gun there or there. So looks like 16-inch guns are out of the question. It's just too heavy. It's just not going to work. So let's see what we got in terms of 15-inch guns. 15-inch can't fit there either. Like, I feel like we're going to be stuck with, like, 13-inch guns here. Ugh. We just removed a casemate, which is against the rules. In my head, anyway. You must have all your casemates filled. It's a rule. Anyway, we really are struggling to try to find some sort of... Like, we've got a 4-weight offset here. The main guns, if we go here... Like, I feel like we're just going to be outgunned heavily. Heavily in this fight. If we put a 14-inch triple there, and a 14-inch triple there, can we get a barbette right there on the back? No, we can't. And then unfortunately, this can't fit on that barbette. Now we have to have something on that barbette before we do anything. And we're already overweight, too. Yeah. This limited displacement and causing us to have at least a minimum speed of 27 knots is rough. Is rough. God darn it, quit deleting my casemates! I'm literally trying to get rid of the frickin'... it's another, like, pet peeve. Like, I was up here, and it grabs the gun that's behind the gun that's on the deck. Rather than grabbing the... It's just obnoxious. I've played a lot of this game, and I have yet to get a campaign after, what, how long we've been doing this? 2.5 years now? And it's still an alpha, no campaign in sight. Kind of annoying. Alright. How are we going to make something out of this? Okay, these are 1,100 tons. So they're a little bit better for us. So maybe we just go with 12-inch guns and hope for the best. That gives us 9 12-inch guns. 4-weight offset just a little bit. That gun's not going to have a very good firing angle, but nothing I can really do about that. The ship is overweight by over 1,000 tons. How are we going to save weight on this thing? I guess we go with just standard hydraulic. That drops like 300 tons off. That gets us under the limit. So if we just go out with no hydro, it means we're going to have to pay attention to the destroyers. There's only 2 destroyers and a light cruiser, so we can pay attention to it. We've gotten pretty good at that. We're a pretty small battleship, so we should have a pretty decent turn rate. Our pitch is actually fantastic for once. Our roll's a little rough, thanks to the casemates. And this really tall tripod mast. Or superstructure. What is our turning circle? Here we go. Turning circle is 549 meters. That is outstanding for a battleship. Actually outstanding. So turning shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to do that pretty well. I would like to throw some torpedoes on this thing because I feel like we're probably going to need them. So if we can get like torpedoes here and here, we're back to being overweight, but we'll work with it. Let's make those 22-inch torpedoes. Now we're back to being well overweight. How are we going to make that up? That's 500 tons overweight. A little more than 500 tons overweight. Let's just bring reduced torpedoes. That gives us, what, 4 torps per launcher, so you get one. You don't get to reload these. That's fine with me. I have no issues there. Honestly, we could probably bring a reduced complement of shells as well. Just due to the fact that we're going up against a very small amount of enemies, which gives us how many guns? 195, so basically 200 per, minus 15. So 600 rounds minus 15, that'd be 585 rounds for the main guns. Plus we have the 8-inch secondaries, which will help with the cruisers, the cruiser and the destroyers. So there's that. And we are still just a hair overweight. We could probably strip a little bit of the deck armor to help with that. Let's take this down to like 5. Some parts are badly placed. Can you be more specific? I don't think there's any bad placed parts. Let's try this again. Okay. Pull a little bit off the belt or the deck extended. See what we can get into the belt. Let's go 16 inches. Add a little bit to this. It's pretty solid. Do I strip some more deck armor and go for belt? I feel like that would be a good idea. Because you know I like to get up close and personal. So, let's do that. Let's just take the deck down to like 3.5 inches and slap some more belt armor on here. Let's take that up to 17 inches. Whoops, too far. There we go. That's pretty solid. Adding that armor should help with the roll as well. Where did we lose the roll? Down here? The roll's still pretty bad at 33.3. We didn't help that by adding these torpedoes, that's for sure. Alright, I think that's about the best design we're going to be able... Oh, we forgot to do the barbette thickness. Crap. And we're back to being over 800 tons overweight. What if we go... Let's see. This goes up... Okay, so this just reduces the chances of detonations, right? So what is an acceptable reduction? It's all a reduction. So we could just set sail with what we got. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just going to go with the standard barbette thickness. We're not going to add anything to it. We don't have any anti-torpedoes. We don't have any torp belts. So there's that. And other than that, I think most of this is probably going to be okay. If we pull a little bit out of the conning tower, can we get a little bit more? Nope. Not really. All right. Well, in that case, what are we being called? Virginia. Okay, I'll take it. A Virginia-class battleship with 9 12-inch guns. What could go wrong? Watch, they're going to bring in some super behemoth that's going to be absolutely ridiculous. It's going to have 20-inch guns. It's going to have, the cruiser is going to have 30 torpedoes. And the destroyer will probably have 20 torpedoes. Okay, so yeah, they've got a much bigger battleship, but he's got a lot of funnels. So I'm going to assume that they wasted a lot of weight there in engines for speed. The light cruiser looks pretty standard. And the destroyer also looks pretty standard. So, alright, let's turn in, shut these off. Let's speed up time. Also, let's shut this off. And then when we get into a fight, we'll slow down. Getting closer. Now, we should spot their battleship before he spots us, because we've got all of the things to try. Yep, there he is. And so, we'll be able to take a look at him anyway. Let's see this thing. It's got a lot of guns. It's got, what would be 5 times 3, so 15 main batteries. And they are 12-inch guns. Wait, what? Am I missing something? Oh, that's an 8-inch turret. Okay. Okay, so it's got 12 12-inch guns. Okay, so we're comparable there. We appear to be on almost identical hulls, which is hilarious. But he has a lot of casemates, though they are smaller. So yeah, honestly, not that bad. I was expecting much worse, so his guns are going to struggle against us. Let's go ahead and speed up time. We're not prepared to open fire as we would have a 2.4% chance to hit from this, and he's coming right at us, so we don't have a very good. So he has now detected us, which is a thing. But once again, we are just going to be cruising in. My goal is to find these destroyers first. And we just took a bow deck penetration for 24 damage because he landed his 12-inch guns already. But remember, we have reduced ammo, so we can't just be spraying and praying out here. Our goal is to close the distance. We're currently 12.3 away. And we have torpedoes specifically for this guy. Okay, we've got smaller ships opening fire that we have yet to spot. It's got to be the light cruiser. And now we have the destroyer spotted at 9 kilometers. Let's go ahead and set for a target. These 8-inch secondaries should absolutely rip these destroyers apart. We're 8 kilometers from the battleship. So he's going to start struggling to penetrate us. We also got to keep an eye out for torpedoes. Let's get more guns on target. And slow us down to 20 knots. There's the torpedo. We took 2 torps. That's what I was worried about. Dadgummit. They've got longer range torpedoes than I was expecting. Come on, secondaries. I need some hits, baby. Okay, destroyer still has more torpedoes that it can throw at us. So we got to keep that in mind. Also, our gunners don't seem to be hitting the target very well with the secondaries. Not gonna lie, a little frustrating. But you can see this guy is struggling to pin us. Cruiser also has torpedoes, which is definitely, and he has a lot of them. He just destroyed a torpedo tube. Which one? On the left side. Alright, let's go normal. We got torpedoes in the water. Oh no! We screwed up. That was a solid torp strike. Apparently one set of my torpedo tubes can't fire or can't rotate. But we did manage to sink the battleship. Kind of a chaotic fight. I still have this off. God darn it. Fire the guns! There we go. We got a flood. And down goes the light cruiser. He shouldn't have his torpedoes back, but he does have some torpedoes somewhere. And there they are. But we're okay. We survived. And we absolutely smashed that guy from point blank. And just did it again. And down he goes. That's got to be it. How can he take so many hits and floods? Down he goes. Okay. We cannot take any more hits We've already lost all of the things. We've got 3% structure left. I don't think we're gonna win that fight. Or win that point. Come on, Virginia, we believe in you. He had just fired torpedoes somewheres too. Let's see if we can't see them. I don't see them. So maybe he fired them at a bad angle. Come on, I just need a couple decent hits, guys. Slow him down for me. He's only 6 kilometers away. We should be able to hit this man. Okay, there's the torpedoes. We are well away from them. I'm worried about him getting alongside us and dropping torps at point blank. We don't really have the ability to dodge anymore. There we go, got a hit. Got a hit in a flood. Come on, baby. Sink him quick before he gets torpedoes off. Big hit. Another big hit. Come on, he's flooding. He's going down. Gotta get him. He's about to drop torps. Come on, Virginia. You can do it. We may not be winning, but by golly, we're definitely going to win this fight. Come on, Virginia. Finish him. Screw that zombie ship. Yes! 3% of our structure remaining. Absolutely insane. We pulled it off. It was not pretty, but it was the most Spartan battle I've ever seen. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.